co-host of the Texans on 3 podcast. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Big Texas Talk in the building, y'all. Hope y'all having a good afternoon. Y'all already know, man, if I am in the building, man, do you know I got to have my constituents, you know what I'm saying, up in the building with me, man. Got to bring my boy Pat Knott, man, a.k.a. The Streets, a.k.a. Future Texans Scout, a.k.a. Draft Guard. Definitely activated, man. And y'all know if y'all see us, man, you know the killer ain't far behind, man. We got my guy Killer Cal in the building. You already know, Texans aficionado. Hope y'all having a good Friday out there, man. Hope everybody's having a good afternoon. You know what I'm saying? If you got them, pop them. You know what I'm saying? It's about to go down, man. Been a pretty busy week, man, you know, with the Texans fans and all of that stuff, man. And let me turn the music down a little bit. And, you know, that's why I kind of named the show today, you know what I'm saying? Do you still believe, man? Because, you know, it's been a lot, man. You know, people act like you can't, you know, criticize the team, you know, that you root for, that you buy jerseys for, that you attend these games, that you give relevance to, because it's the city and the fans that do that for a team. And sometimes I just think that, you know, an organization, especially like the Texans, you know what I'm saying? I love my football team. I love having football in my city, but let's be honest, there was a lot of times in the beginning of the Texans tenure that, you know, we would hear a lot about, you know, we was one of the richest teams in the league every year. I mean, we sold out the stadium all games, even when we was trash, because we just needed something. We didn't know no better, you know what I'm saying? But once we started to get competent as a fan base, we started to understand what the organization was doing, and we started to see how our voice.
Just brought back how I've been feeling this whole summer.
Huh?
That money I done spent. You just broke my heart again.
Because look. Now this is what I'm saying though, man. What we need to realize, and this is where I'm gonna land it. I think that we as fans have a right, man. I'm talking about after all we have been through with this organization. You know, the whole Matt Schaub and, you know, Andre not winning the Super Bowl, and, you know, the you know, JJ Watt and the Deshaun Watson debacle. We've been through all of that, and we've stuck true blue to the Texans organization and plan on sticking with the organization. But what I do not want the fans to do is to put a cap on it. I want the fans to use their voice, be loud and proud. Let these players, let the coaches, let the owners, let everybody know how you feel and what you think, and never smother, you know, that voice or that passion. Because I think some of these, and CJ included, you know, some of them, they really get upset, bro, just because we have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? And then you get this whole, well, stay on that side. And no. It's only one side, and that's the Texan side. This is H-Town. This is our city, and we have a right to speak on our team. And we gonna speak on not every game. We may criticize every pass you throw. There's some people that's not cool with the fact that you dribbling basketballs before the game. But it's still that right now that you wear that uniform with those bullhorns on the side, we want you to have the utmost success with the organization. But don't get mad at us talking about you. And that goes for D'Amico, everybody, man. Like, hey, everybody's open for criticism. But other than that, man, my guys, how y'all doing this Friday afternoon?
Let me tell you something. Everybody at the DPS office is gonna get maxed out. All right, that's how I'm feeling. I got a DM about my rant on Tuesday. If I decide to go to the game because nobody want to buy my ticket from me, I'm a max shot.
Oh, it's from somebody who sent you a specific DM.
Oh, I got quite a few of them. You know, I'm busy with work. You know, I'm learning new things, and so I don't have time to interact on social media like as I would like to. So when I do get a minute to spare or a smoke break here and there, I may tap in, may tap out, or tap in mostly when I get home. But I'm gonna say this: I'm a Mac shot. Uh, I'm very, 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 very upset. A lot of people are saying, well, you know, and shout out to Noah. He brought this to light. He's not mad at D'Amico. He's not mad at the way D'Amico is running things. What he's mad at is he's mad at the fact that you are wasting the Golden Boys rookie contract window and the window of this defense because it's very, very Super Bowl caliber ish. Mm-hmm. I'm not out on Nick Caley. I'm not, but I will say this: I was beating the table this offseason when it came to offensive play caller. I wanted somebody that was seasoned and very well experienced. Didn't care about Chip Kelly. Didn't care about my guy who just can't get a job, Eric Bieniemy. Shout out to him. But I wanted Doug Peterson. Now, if this doesn't work with Nick Caley, I'm just going to tell you now. The run with CJ is going to be over. You do not want to David Carr him. And what I mean by David Carr, not only the sacks, but every other season, the quarterback is having to change play caller. He's having to learn something new.
Yep.
And that hinders the growth of a young quarterback. Now, I done rolled the crystal ball. I done already seen when the Texans reach out to me on their last leg and say, hey, we need you to come be our scout. But also, as I look into that crystal ball, we knock on wood, we might have to get another quarterback pretty soon, too. And when I say soon, after we pay him, we're going to pay him. He's going to break the bank, and then we're going to be mediocre. It's going to be a fight for the bottom in this division. There you have it.
Yep, and that's very likely and very possible. It's on the table. It's something that you can't take off the table. As long as it's on the table.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, it's a possibility, and like we said, like I say, I watched this little part of an interview where you can tell, like, you know, CJ is kind of upset. You can see it, and he was like, "Hey, we may lay another egg." And
I already told y'all what's gonna happen.
It's like,
I told y'all.
What are you talking about? Like I don't know, man. To me, I feel like if you don't want to pay attention to the outside noise, don't acknowledge it. When you acknowledge it, you letting us know that it's bothering you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there was some little things that were said that kind of had some undertones to it, to where, like, you know, hey, you know, this takes a while. And, you know, when players say that, I don't think they understand that we've been watching football for as long as we have. And we're not dumb. You just can't say that to us. Like, we've seen how good quarterbacks can start out. I mean, I can go to Patrick Mahomes, right? Patrick Mahomes was drafted, sat for a year. When he was able to start, did he have to go through some growing pains? Did we see the Patrick Mahomes from game one? Because that's what I thought we seen it from game one. I thought
you know why he didn't go through a growing pain?
Anybody
let me tell you, Pat Mahomes didn't have to go through growing pains because they did right by him. They didn't throw him out to the fire. He was immediately came in, and you had a bridge quarterback in Alex Smith with a great head coach and a very great offensive mind in Andy Reid. All he had to do was sit there like a sponge and soak up the game. That's all he had to do. He didn't play his first time until the last of that season, and then starting into the next season, he's had a phenomenal career since then. That's how it's supposed to be done. Now, of course, our underprivileged franchise, I hate to say it, but we get a quarterback, it's a new toy. Hey, we got to do something with it. I want to see what that toy. I want to see, hey, do something. Same thing with Deshaun. Hey, do something. Like it's the same shit over and over and over. So I'm gonna say this, man. In the future, as I roll the crystal ball, we're gonna be stuck with a bridge quarterback, and whoever we decide to pick up in the future, the guy that I find, because I'm gonna find him. Actually, I already found the best fellow in the offseason. But yeah, whoever we get, hey, he's got to sit down for a year. And hell, I even go as far as saying that right before D'Amico gets on the hot seat, that once D'Amico is on the hot seat, he will go get a very competent, experienced, Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator who happens to be a former head coach.
Hey man, shout out Larry, man. Y'all already know, bro.
We
know where you at, man. We know where you at. But I understand what you're saying though, Patton. And these are true scenarios, right? And I think week one slapped me into reality. That's sometimes we could be fans and we can be very biased and we can be looking at the team from with very lofty eyes. And you know what I'm saying? I think week one kind of woke me up to the fact that, and I can't say that I anticipated it, but I did say to myself that, hey, if these guys, we all knew in the building that, hey, O-line has got to do this. In those last two preseason games, we allowed ourselves to believe that the O-line had this push.
They still do.
And you want to know what's crazy though? Check this out though. That lineup that was out there that game, that's not even a lineup that they went out there with.
Of course.
But think about it. What makes people think that when you see one O-line get pushed, right? That that ain't the starters. But look, obviously when the starters get in, the push is gonna be better. Because if they run in the scheme and it's better than when the starters get in, how about it was that O-line? What about that 5? What about that 5 that was getting that push? You know what I'm saying? Because evidently when you put the starters in, supposedly, they not getting the same push. You get what I'm saying? So why is common sense that's not something that they putting together? Why? And I get it. That's why I said what I said about, you're looking at it scheme wise. You saying, okay, look, if those guys got pushed, then I know that when, you put the starters in, but it doesn't translate like that. And if it doesn't translate, then you go back to that 5 that had that push. But I think that what it is, that this first 4 games, y'all, mark my words, look at it as like an extended preseason, for real. It's extended preseason. This game, and I believe we said this like in the offseason at one point in time, that it was going to take till about week 4 for this line to really gel together. And it's really looking like that. You know what I'm saying? Because the line right now, like the way that Ingram got hurt and they had to shuffle that whole, your center got hurt and they had to shuffle that whole line. That shows that right now they still trying to find the best 5. It's not on. Yeah. Hey, what's up, stressors, man? You already know what it is to go down. But you already know that when you that right now, if you had to shuffle the line, that right now the line is still shuffling. We really can't hold too many people accountable on the offense if that line is not like at least just average. You know what I'm saying? Because if CJ, like right now, we heard D'Amico say today too, and shout out to everybody who spoke about the fact that CJ was running into sacks. That even D'Amico said that, on some of those plays that, CJ needs to step up in the pocket. That means that he had a pocket. He just didn't realize it and trust it. But if you look at last year, where was CJ getting most of his pressure from?
Outside.
No, not the outside. The inside. It was the inside. So right now, to tell him to step up, this is kind of like
what you said last year or this past game?
Last year.
Oh yeah, last year. Hell yeah.
Yeah, all the pressure was coming from the inside. So right now it's looking like he's stepping up. He's stepping. He might be a little paranoid to step up, but he needs to learn and believe. And I hope he doesn't have, that it's psychological. That he's like, hey, I need to run and run to the outside. Because if you think about it, right, that's how CJ was escaping and extending plays. He was running from the inside pressure, and he was able to get to the outside. But see, this time he's running, and the outsides is who was winning. You get what I'm saying? So this is what made it look like he was running into sacks or whatnot. But anyway, though, man, I've been talking too much. Killer, man, we haven't heard from you, bro. How are you feeling this afternoon? And do you still believe, my brother?
Yeah, one game he played against McVay. They didn't do shit that we passed 15 minutes, I guess.
Yeah,
They
we
did
yeah.
they didn't do much to me that make me feel like that they beat us. It's like we didn't do enough to win the game. And you just correct your mistakes. A lot of stuff that I see with CJ is quarterback fundamentals. It's certain things that I see like foot placement. When the ball's still high, go back and look at the replay. Is he stepping into the pass? Is he following through with his motion? Those are just small things, man.
You know that was what he was known for, though, Killer. Like when we first got him, I was always, that was my main thing. Like, look at his feet. Look at how his feet was always in the right position when he made passes. And now that he was getting pressure like that, you are absolutely right, Killer. Like, his fundamentals are not exactly how they were when he was a rookie. And if you go look at his feet as a rookie, it was like a robot. His feet were just perfect all the time.
Yeah, and let me say this: I'm there to coach. I'm not going to be adversarial, but if you think that the Texans offensive line had a good game, like D'Amico said, being disingenuous, they didn't have a good game. I mean, and I'm not a PFF stat guy, but and I look at a lot of like publications and I don't understand the intricacies and the numbers, but it was just one particular one. And I know Nick Caserio is a analytical guy. They look at numbers, they peel those numbers all the way back. The Texans was ranked number 30th on one publication that I saw. I don't know how they match up their metrics or whatever. But if you peel down the scale, all the linemen, look, Cam Robinson looks, him alone was bad. Ursery didn't have a good game. So I don't understand they had a good game. I feel like they did enough for them to win the game. But to say that they had a good game is being disingenuous. And I think that you're trying to tell the fans, because I don't think they want them to freak out over the offensive line again. Because once again, CJ had the same amount of sacks that Matt Stafford had. You know what the difference was? Matt Stafford stood up in the pocket and he did something as a veteran of playing 14, 15 years that CJ is going into his third year. He was just able to look off the safeties. So when we didn't hear CJ GJ name being called and we didn't hear Kalen Bullock name being called, you go back and look at the film, it's because Matt Stafford held him off by just looking just for a split second. That's why Puka had 13 targets, 10 catches, 130 yards. You telling me Puka is that much greater than Nico Collins? No, he's not. But if you put Nico in the same position to go out and make plays, I don't care how much pressure it is because you can get the ball out of your hand 2.3, 2.9 seconds. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. Like CJ is a guy that's going to be the highest paid quarterback, and you cannot generate a touchdown drive. That's unacceptable. But at the same time, I'm not going to let you tell me that the offensive line played good. They played well. They played well enough for us to win. But collectively, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. Let me say this. You want to divide a locker room? Have a championship defense and have an inept offense. And watch how the defense start turning on the offense. I'm gonna tell you, people like CJ Johnson Gardner Jr., like he's a guy that's gonna talk his stuff. Will
Mm-hmm.
Anderson, all those guys, they're not like we're not finna waste a 14-point effort against Sean McVay and two number one wide receivers, two guys that can still play. A mastermind play caller. We score 14 points. They score 14 points, and we can't win the game. You keep going out there and having a one touchdown game, a two touchdown game, and you losing 21-20 and stuff like that. You start dividing that locker room, man.
Yep.
So I still believe, but you know what though? It's okay to be hard on your look. I've been married to you for how long? We got married in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
And it was time to eat and you burnt the food again. It's 2025. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
What do
and
you
it's like,
mean? Just
then,
give me some more time. You don't know how to bake chicken after 24 years.
and then
Something's
you get mad
wrong.
at me for just even bringing up the fact that I
That's
noticed
my
that you
point.
burned it.
That's my
Like,
point.
no, but right now we are in a situation to where fans are like, hey, I think we done came down from the high. Like I said, the hopium. I believe we came down off it enough to be able to
Right.
see that, okay, because the number one thing that we've been running for the last two seasons about the Texans is the C word, competence. We had been saying that, man, so many years that this team was incompetent. They finally became competent and we started to judge them on that. And now we see them do one of the biggest incompetent things that they've done in the last 2-3 years. And that was run out there with that offensive line. That offensive line, like now if it gets together, so be it. But we shouldn't be at this point right now in week one of the season to where it's looking almost exactly what it looked like last year. There should have been a difference. If one thing, bro, I don't care if we lost that game or whatever, one thing that we should have all been able to see is that, damn, CJ getting protected. Damn, CJ is getting protected. Like, oh, and look, the line is getting pushed. That's what if we all would have walked away from that game seeing that, man, we all would have been like on the week two, man. We'd have been here before. We'd have been on one before. Let's on the week two. What's
Nitty, it's two words, Nitty. It's two words.
mm-hmm.
From the first year up until now, you want to see progression. From the first year up until now with CJ, we're seeing regression.
That's what
So those are the two words that you're looking at, and that's what frustrating us because we're about to play a team that we saw a guy pass for 470 yards and 5 touchdowns his rookie year. We need to see a progression of what you showed us your rookie year. So I think that's what frustrates when you hear, your draft guard going off on his rant. It's because I saw what you was able to do. You showed me this potential. And so last year we'll give you that second year. But we're not finna let the season go on to week 4, week 5 and say, okay, yeah, we finally figured it out and we 1-4. No. And then you come out and say we were lollygagging. See, when you say stuff like that, as a fan, if I came out and said that, then fans can argue amongst themselves. Now, I don't think they was lollygagging. I don't think they was lackadaisical. But when your quarterback says it, then that relieves all doubt. Like, what do you mean that you saw what you saw in practice leading up to the game that y'all wasn't going to be ready? You just thought that you was just going to go on the road against this team and this quarterback, and you just going to be able to defeat them. That's lacking leadership, man. And I'm gonna call that shit out.
Yep, and you don't put it like this. Hindsight is 2020, right? We all know that. You don't call it. It's Captain Obvious. You Captain Obvious at that point when you like, yeah, we was, we wasn't, we didn't have a good practice. Then hold on. You should have stopped practice right there in the minute. See, that's what I'm telling y'all. I don't understand why people don't do things right in the minute. Like how we was trying to give the OC an excuse by saying like, hey, he can adjust next game. You know what I'm saying? He'll see what's going on then. But what about when you in pressure situations during a game and you know that you have to have a drive? You have to, this is like a must score drive. We have to score. Then those, you it's like you do it then. You don't have to go back and do some kind of magical studies that's just gonna make you be better the next game. You already done been in these situations before. This ain't your first year in the NFL. You done been on the
Yeah.
sideline a whole lot of times. So we can't look at it like this is this dude first time. Like this is his first time calling plays. But a lot of these situations that he was in during that game, we can't be like he was just like overwhelmed. Like hey y'all, he don't come on. He had been studying for this game, I say, for the last 60 days. He had already knew what he wanted to do. He's supposed to already have a counter to everything that he was thinking to do. He was supposed to be like, hey, if they do this, I'm going to do that. And if we run this play and we see that this play is working, then we understand that they must be playing this. Then on top of that, you got tablets the way you can see every play, how they lining up.
That's what I said.
The excuses that we give these people sometimes, y'all. Now, I do understand that, okay, it is week one. He is a new play caller, so he's at that point where we don't know if he's gonna be good or bad, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth. We hope for him to be good, but we don't actually know. We don't know what he's gonna be. So we're just watching it, and like I say, y'all, man, this Bucks game is gonna say a lot, because what this Bucks game is gonna say to me is the heart of this team. What kind of heart y'all gonna have? Because if they come, this is gonna be a home game. You Monday Night Football, it's that. Your whole family, everybody, the world watching. You're the only football game on. What are they gonna do? Because I'm telling y'all right now, we already know how Houston plays on stage games sometimes, y'all. We know this shit, and we passed 15 minutes. But we know how Houston performs on stage games. Y'all tell me that if they go out there against them Bucks and they play like shit, that y'all not gonna be pissed off. That y'all not gonna be embarrassed for the city of Houston if that happens. Because I know y'all are, man. We got too much pride, man. We got too much pride in an organization that we've seen raise up. And I give Cal and Hannah their props. They did a lot to draw us back in after that Deshaun debacle. They pulled us back in, man. Cal made some burgers for y'all. Hey, no, no, but seriously, they brought us back in. But man, don't think we dumb though, y'all. Come on, man. We are very smart fans here in Houston, and I don't know if every player. Let this be a PSA. We do got some Skip Baylesses out here. Let's be honest, but a lot of us out here have either played the game or we have actually paid so much close attention to it that we can get out there and probably coach ourselves. Don't let our conversations. All I say is this: if you're a professional, don't let somebody who's not professional be able to do your job better than you. Be able to see things at your job better than you. You know what I'm saying? Because after a while, it will just start to look incompetent. When we able to say, hey, how come they didn't do that? And and I'm gonna land right here. We seen that our defense is a monster defense. We know it. We was talking about our defense being the number one defense in the league, right? So the Rams, and just like Stresson said, they O-line really wasn't that better than ours. But they found ways to move that ball. How hard is it, man? How hard is it? How hard is it to for a team who didn't have an O-line that was performing all that good, but they found ways, they schemed ways to get the ball to their players. We sitting there we couldn't do it. So that's what I'm saying. And I'm laying right there. Somebody else can take it.
It's on you, Pat.
I guess. Anybody in the bull ring that's in Houston, I got a ticket that I'm trying to get off of. Please help me and my sanity. Please, somebody. There's only one man that can fix this team. It's only one man. And it's me. Until they hire me, you're going to get what you're getting. Nah, I don't want to go to this game Monday. I really don't. I like my new little jacket they gave me. You know what I'm saying? Finally came in the mail. No shout out to the post office.
That's for season ticket holders.
Yeah, man. You know, no shout out to the post office. Don't let that go over your head. At this point, man, I have not only lowered my expectations, but when I do decide to go to this game this year, I'm going for a brisket sandwich. B, I'm going to sit there and talk to my neighbors, my season ticket neighbors. And C, I found out it was a club where I'll be sitting at around the way. So I'm just going to get out the house. There you have it.
Hey, look,
I think I understand you're not wanting to go to the game, man, but I truly believe I love it being at home, but I'm gonna tell you like this, man, and this is what I truly feel.
You
I think
I'm trying to give this motherfucker away. And motherfucker don't want to go. You see how fucked up this is?
Hey.
I'm trying to give it away.
Nah. Hey, I ain't been to a game since 2006. I love it being at home. Let me tell you something. I mean, I understand you may not want to go, but I think you're about to miss a classic. I think you're about to miss a classic.
All right, man.
You're about to miss the classic. I really, this is me personally.
I know.
When I heard D'Amico is not a man that just says things just to be saying things. And like normally when we hear D'Amico say something, we immediately see results afterwards. Like when he was talking about making changes on the offensive line, like Tunsil getting traded like soon afterwards. Like we see things like when this guy he speak. When he says we have to have more urgency. See, what he don't want to do is cause a lot of those guys in that media room to say, oh, man, is it dissension between CJ and D'Amico or whatever? Like, let me quick story. One person that that played for Gary Kubiak used to say, man, the Kubiak that y'all see on screen is nothing like the one that was in the locker room. Like he said Kubiak was a maniac in the locker room. And I really believe after game one, you could have not told me that D'Amico, who's played against the Rams several times over the years and advanced further than them in some years, that he felt like that he was going to lose that game. So D'Amico expressed some of the things that he said after game one. You're going to see a lot of the attention to detail be cleaned up. And I think you're going to see a very crisp offense. And I think that the defense is going to feed off of that. Because I think that you're going to see some points be put on the board. That's just me personally.
Now, I'm hoping that, y'all. And I know we have like 197 people in here right now. It's probably a few first timers. I do want to say this, y'all. We just like it says on our page, we are diehard Texans fans. We're gonna ride with the team regardless. We gonna ride with the team even when Osweiler was the quarterback. But
hey man,
I bring up Osweiler for a reason though. Right now, that's a good ass segment, right?
And we're basketball team.
That was a hell of a segue, man. But look, I just want to say this: Osweiler used to be impeccable at how he could talk in front of a burning house and try to make you believe that you wasn't smelling smoke.
Man, he
would literally be like, everything's good. The offense is just getting things together, and next week will be better. How much better? A millimeter? Like how? Like it? He ain't gonna lie. He taught me so much on BS speak from the teams when it comes to the media and stuff like that. Now I'm gonna say this earlier. What D'Amico said about the O-line. I think if I was in his position, I would have said the same thing too, because those guys need they need to be bigged up in a way. They need to have the coach saying things like that. And most of the time when players hear the coach stick his neck out on a chopping block like that, their number one job is to not make him look stupid. So maybe psychologically, That's what he's doing. He's saying, hey, the O-line had a good game. Because what people say is crazy, right, is that he'll give the offense props, but even if the defense has a pretty good game, he'll still kind of get on the defense. Because I know he wants the defense to be perfect, which I know he probably wants the O-line. I mean, not the O-line, but the offense as a whole to be perfect. But he be on that D ass. Pause. I think that you know what I'm saying? He gets it. And you know, I run with D'Amico, and what I don't want to do is, you know, lose D'Amico. I think that's an honest thing, y'all. I want D'Amico to have so much success because, like I said, when we hired him, I wanted him to be the next Tomlinson. I wanted him to be one of the next, you know, coaches in the league, to be with a team for, you know, over 15 years. Like, I just want, you know, that's what I want. And so I believe in, you know, I don't want D'Amico to lose that competent edge that he had, not the competitive edge, the competent edge, because he always told us the truth. And it seems like the more and more he gets into this league, he's learning those other rules, those unspoken rules. And I hate that. And sometimes people say it's strategic. And so you don't let people know, you know, what's going on with your team. And we know that D'Amico's a player's coach. So he's about keeping things cool with his players, and he's not going to put his players out there in the media. It's just something that he's not going to do. He's a OG as a coach, and he's a real one. And you can't get him to be fake. But at the same time, y'all, I'm not going to lie, man. I got so much riding, not just parlays, but I got a lot riding on this game. Come Monday.
Did you bet on this game?
I
hope not, because if you did, you're a damn fool.
But see, I can't say, I'm not going to answer that question, because see, the next question you're going to be like, which way did I bet? And I don't want to answer that question either. So let's just move on. And, let's just say that if they lose, I probably won't be mad. If they win, I probably won't be mad either. But I just want to see those guys just have that success, because what did we all do, man? And shout out Houston Stressings. We all did it. We all guilty. We all talked about the Super Bowl, man. You know, we talked about the championship game, but we all talked about how this team had the potential to be a Super Bowl.
Man, loose foot played so bad on an update on Madden, I can't even get out the goddamn second game.
Oh, man. Yeah. And we do know that they do adjust those. They adjust those ratings game after game.
I gotta go back to NCAA, bro. It's fucked up out here.
Hey, man, it's crucial out here, man. And I think we have. I know me personally, I have 6 more minutes, and then we got to get out of here. We got 223 people in here right now. Let me give y'all an applause.
Shout out.
Shout out to everybody, man, in the building. Shout out to everybody in the bull ring. Like I said, man, the question was, do you still believe? And if you put me in front of a firing line and tied me to a post,
I believe God is good.
I would have to say that yes. I believe God is good. I believe
God is good.
I believe I can fly. No, I believe that the Texans are still a competitive team. I still believe that Nick Chubb can take us to the promised land if they start giving them the ball more. We heard D'Amico say they finna start leaning on them, so I hope them legs ready, Nick, because we about to lean on you, my brother, and I think we can do it, y'all.
I got a quick question. You talking about he want to start leaning on them now, and I know Cal gonna agree with me on this one, but Nitty, do you feel like they should have gave him the ball more
during the damn game? Yes, hell yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you about. When do you figure this out? After the game, you be like, you go back and look at the tape.
Also,
it look like we should have gave Chubb the ball more. No, you see it in the game. You see it.
Also, do you feel like should they have approached the game with only Chubb and Woody as backs 1 and 2?
I really do think so. I think that As much as I'm a DP game,
have great value Kamara on special teams.
Exactly. You should DP on against Tampa Bay, and I'm just keeping it real. This should be our running back room. 1, Chubb. 2, Woody Marks. 3, Dare. 4, Damian Pierce. Damian Pierce should be your last result, and maybe let him run a kick return back or something. But he should be your fourth number 4 in your running back room. And that's a strong running back room. Let Woody get his bumps and bruises out the way. I mean, goddamn. I mean, at least with Woody touching the ball, he's getting forward progress. I mean, Pierce is dropping the ball and getting negative yards and shit like that. No, we don't need that. We'll find that out next offseason. But right now, we need Woody Marks in the place to be. And
I don't hear no keys, but I smell Grandma Ye.
Oh, he say Texas will win the AFC South and be ready to battle for the Super Bowl. Okay, I believe that. But I believe that this year too, we're gonna be that we better be on note. And look, Doc, we'll see Tuesday, because I know you'll be on the show Tuesday, but we'll see when we get back. I mean, after that game, Monday, man, I'm not lying, bro. We better win that game, or it's gonna be another rant. And we just gonna start being known as the rant boys out this motherfucker. But hey, like I said, man, we appreciate the 224 people in here right now.
Hey, let me say this too.
Yeah, hold on. I was just gonna say, if there's anything that y'all want to bring before we get ready to close out.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I know, but I gotta say it first.
Well, right, look here, man. I don't care about this game. I don't. So whether they win or lose, I ain't got shit to say until week 3.
Okay.
That's how I feel. That's how they got me. That's how they got me here feeling. So they got till week 3 to get their shit together, and I'm done.
Okay. What you feeling, Killer? What you want to bring to him before we get up out of here?
Man, you only got 17 of them. The urgency start now.
Yeah.
You like it like my perfect picture of advancing far is in your division. You want to go no less than 5-1, and you want to try to win every home game, and you want to be able to try to maybe split the road games, but don't we have 17 games now, so you may go 4-5 or whatever. But this is one of the road games that you could have won. You don't want to come and lose at home on prime time in your home stadium. I don't need to wait to week 3 to figure out, like, if you lay an egg on this one, bro, like right now, this should be a Saturday 3:25, 3:30 mindset. And if y'all know what that is the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
We win that wild card all the time because we come out there prepared to play. This is a game that's going to say, look, guys, we've been having an offensive coordinator for months. We got rid of what we thought was the problem and the issue that's in the building.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a leadership problem on defense. We know Will runs that defense. We know that he has, CJ GJ that can come in and just say his things or whatever. But we know we don't have to worry about Will saying, oh man, we didn't come prepared to play. We need to find that leadership in the room. And you have to understand, the guy that was the leader in the room last year, he's gone. So is CJ ready to step up since Thompson was out of the room and he was a vet? Is CJ ready to come out there and tell people what they need to do? I'm going to tell you the leadership that they miss, and I'm going to let you run on that, is Joe Mixon. Because Joe Mixon came in last year and he was talking his shit. I don't know if CJ ready to get off into other players' face and tell them, hey, this is what we got to do, but you got to lead by example.
You got to.
That's me.
You can't do that. See, it's 2 different ways to lead, and I'm gonna land with this one. That when you lead, you can do this thing where you can be like, hey, I'm gonna say something at the moment, right when it's happening. Or you can be that person that talks afterwards To be honest, I've been in my lifetime, I've literally had the opportunity to be both of those type of leaders. And I learned something from that. You want to know what I learned from that? That the one later on, the one that says the things later on, after the things are done, they get despised. I'm just telling y'all. It's the one who steps up and says it and corrects it right when it's happening. It's like the person who's even making a mistake respects it. It's when you come back out and you say it later, it's like, hold up, what you was just riding around, just sitting, thinking about this. It's always a bad vibe comes with saying it later. So him getting up there on the stand and saying, man, we had a bad practice. You know, we was lolly. And man, listen. That can end up backfiring in his face. Like, and that's why I think D'Amico stepped in. If y'all notice, D'Amico kind of stepped in and kind of did some reconnaissance on that because he didn't want what was going, like, he don't want CJ to lose because he know, hey, man, it's your first year being a captain, bro. Like, you got to start saying stuff right then and there, because if you become that guy that says it later, you start to seem like a chatty patty, you know what I'm saying? And it just starts to look messy. It starts to look not manly, you know what I'm saying? So be a man, confront those brothers and say what, because when it's real, when it's coming from the heart, you should not be scared to say nothing to another grown man if it's coming from the heart. And see, that's what Joe was. Joe so real that Joe can, you can make a mistake and Joe can come to you and tap you on your chest and be like, Cal, come on, man. You know you better than that, Cal. Come on, man. You know you better than that. And you're gonna be like, dang, Joe, you right. I am better than that. But if Joe goes to the sideline and wait till he get all on the microphone and be like, yeah, but dudes ain't doing this, then it just don't look right. That's not proper leadership. Man,
that is a great point. I seen Bobby Slower call a call and Joe didn't believe in the call, but he ran it and it was stopped for 0 yards and he got up pissed because he knew that wasn't the right call to play. We got to the line of scrimmage late. We couldn't even change the play. And he showed you that I was pissed off about that. See, I want to see the outer emotions. And do CJ have that yet? He haven't shown us that. When things going good, yeah, he can sit up there and do all that. He can squabble up and out. Hey, when things are going bad, hey, bro, we saw you do it your rookie year. Let's do it again, man. That's all I look, bro, if you want to be the best, the pressure, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Hey, and if y'all really want to know, we can go deeper. Y'all check out the story about the sword of Damascus. I think if I'm saying that right. But it's a lot that comes with being the leader. That's the story about the picture with the king with the sword hanging over his head by just a hair all the time. No matter where he went, that sword hung over his head by just a hair. So it can snap at any period of time. Like, you have to understand the sense of the nuances of being a leader. And it can happen. And we're gonna see this next game, man, is gonna say so much. I'm saying this for anybody who's a CJ fan just like us. We want the man to succeed. It bothers us when we see him headed in any direction that's headed towards his demise on the football field, or his career, not his life. We're just talking about on the football field. Any wind that blows in that direction, we're gonna try to deflect that. So you know what I'm saying? We judging you hard, my brother, because we are a fan base that has been through a lot, but we smart though, and we know football. So when we know ball, pause. And so we put a lot on you, bro. You can't just talk to us. We are not the fan base that you can just piss on our head and tell us that it's raining. Because that's not going to happen. And we're going to keep on complaining. But other than that, though, man, we appreciate everybody who tuned in to the show. We had 247 people. Y'all see the graphic on the screen. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. We do this every Tuesday and every Friday. Shout out Houston Stressings and AD for the repost. Everybody who reposted, we appreciate it. I want to give a shout outs real quick to the bull ring. So let me turn up some of this good beat right quick. And I got my okay, boom. We're gonna start off from the top, man. We had T Jones. T Jones with the first comment of the night. We appreciate you. Representing that South Side. Hey, we got that boy Brandon, man, in the building. Appreciate you, man. We got Larry. Larry in the building. Houston Stressings, man, appreciate you, my guy. AD, appreciate you, man. Hope you feeling better. Hope you feeling better out there. Dorsey Spencer, appreciate you, man. Appreciate Killer Cal, man. He was out there in the bull ring too. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was up here with us. Space Age 713, appreciate you, my guy. He was active in the bull ring, man. Let me see who else. Julius Harris, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Definitely appreciate you. Let me see. I think that's it, y'all. Hey, definitely peace out, man, to everybody. What you about to say?
You call out Alan P.
Oh yeah, Alan P. My bad, Alan. You already know, man.
And we got another one. Velo. Velo was in here.
Yeah, Velo was in here, man. Appreciate it. My bad, y'all. I'm scrolling too fast and stuff like that, man. Hey, and I appreciate you, Cal, man. That's why we got each other back, man. This is what we do. This is the Texans podcast show. Like I said, we do this every Tuesday, y'all. We do this every Friday, 7 o'clock. And the best hour 30 minutes of your life, man. We talk about the Texans and anything else, man. If y'all ever have questions, come in the bull ring. I think next show, man, we're gonna do a phone number, man, the way y'all can call in and chop it up as well too. We get to hear y'all voice. Y'all get to ask questions directly, and then we probably get to deal with some knuckleheads. Because one thing I know is when you put a phone number out there, you're gonna get a few people that call in and just say some crazy stuff. So we might get some for writing the P's. No, I'm just, but no, either way though, man. Hey, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
Yes, sir.
And we enjoy doing this, y'all. And if you ever trying to get some beats, holler at your boy, man. It's Supreme Beats. Patton, y'all already know what it is. Cal, great show, man. I will holler at y'all boys in the chat, man. And to everybody else, y'all, we up out of here, man. It's Texas on 3. Y'all know how we do it.